Every year in America, there are more than 100,000 new cases of tuberculosis.
Parents lived in fear of polio's sudden attack.
The epidemic helped the community to get together.
HIV and sexually transmitted infections are on the rise. Australia is among the first countries in the world to roll out a mass vaccination plan.
For many, young and old, 2020 will be the toughest year of our lives.
I'm Michael Kirby, and in my glory days, I was a Justice of the High Court of Australia. Now I'm retired, but I'm still working. I'm 81 now, and every decade presents a new problem. When I first heard of COVID-19, I thought, this is AIDS again, because I had been there at the beginning of the AIDS epidemic and was appointed to the Global Commission on AIDS. But I have seen it unfold in a different way and in a more immediate way, affecting lives of millions of people, and that is continuing. Being a gay person, I knew a lot of people who died in the early days of HIV and AIDS. COVID-19 was more global and national, and it impacted me at an intellectual level, but not quite in the same highly personal way that HIV did. There's been a big contrast between the way we dealt with HIV and the way we've dealt with COVID-19. One very good thing that happened in this epidemic in Australia was every night there was the Prime Minister or the Premier and the health officials, and they were talking to us.
There is every indication that the world will soon enter a pandemic phase.
They were treating us as intelligent people who could understand a very, very big problem. That's something we've done well. Australia has, all my life, had a national health system. It's amazing, but many countries don't. Our national health system has been a real stalwart. When I was a little boy, we had TB scans, and as I grew older, there were other interventions of public health. But this is the biggest of them, and this affects the whole world. My partner Johan and I watched the advance of this epidemic, and we saw that it was extremely dangerous for older people, and therefore we've had no problem in going along with the demands of social distancing and the requirements that we keep ourselves safe by being out of touch with a lot of people. But that affects how you can work, and it also affects the way in which we interact with other human beings, which is very important for the quest for justice, which is not a mechanical thing and which depends upon empathy for fellow human beings.
I, Michael Donald Kirby, do swear that I will bear true allegiance to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, her heirs and successors according to law.
As for whether we will go back to normal, the question is, what is normal? Every decade, every year presents new challenges. And the good thing about Australia is we have a fundamental core of egalitarianism. I think we were in risk of losing it. We've got to recapture the truth of fair go, which is that we share problems and share burdens, and I think we've done that better in COVID-19 than I've seen for quite a few decades in my life.